Well, in terms of that video, you see that in terms of archery, you know, the first shot that they had taken, obviously not on the mark. And it's not the first team that has had that happen to them today. Again, it's a synonymous subject with trial and error. So it's all important, like as we just talked with Remy in that last interview, that you keep on shooting because ultimately you can hit that target.
And as you move into this next round, Team Finland is going to be teamed up with Brazil and Greece on the Red Hydro Alliance.
And in terms of 2 minutes to go, we're already 30 seconds into the action. Again, these games end up flying by, and not one of them is the same. It's good to see these teams out here battling after the lunch break and still full of energy and zeal as they enter their final round of the day. Again, we've got 6 rounds of action for you over the course of this next day and a half, and we are in our 3rd right now. As one of the teams from Hydro makes its way up the bridge, they're already racking up points with teammates who are in the opposite corner that are putting some of those very clean water particles into their water reservoirs, but then trying to work their way onto the bridge as well, getting some of those contaminated particles into the lab.
And right there we can see Team Dominica attempting to gather as much water as it can before it goes and makes its journey over to the side goal. Right there we can see 2 team members of Team Aqua taking turns dropping off those clean water particles, racking up those points.
Yeah, at the beginning of that shot, we saw Team Mongolia, who's at the center right now, still collecting more balls in the river, doing a fantastic job, now pulling a 180 and heading on their way back. Potentially towards the bridge, we won't know until a couple of seconds. They're trying to navigate around and get up to that bridge and unload some of those contaminated particles, but then they head back into the river again. I would say not in the terms of greediness, but just trying to get as much of those balls as possible. Again, this is kind of like hungry hippos in here. With all of them that are out there, they're trying to accrue as many of those potential points as possible.
And as we move into kind of the last little portion of this competition, we can see if teams are going to go for a hang or what they're going to plan on doing. Over there, it looks like we have a little bit of a robot action as one team from Team Aqua and Finland from Team Hydro are having a little bit of a collision as they attempt to navigate their way around the field.
Now, I believe we still had, it was Mongolia on the bridge, but now they're in the bottom right part of our screen with 20 seconds left. Now you see both of these teams starting to make their way out. Finland getting that extrusion all the way up now down, trying to get it towards that hanging bar so that they can get those 20 points towards the end here.
And right there we have, I believe that is Team Africa attempting to pull themselves up as we hit the last 5 seconds. Let's hope they can get up in time as we go 3. And unfortunately, they were unable to get that second arm hooked around in time, but we'll get the final score of that match up in one moment. And congratulations to Team Hydro for taking the win in that one, 44-14.